You practice scales, you practice chords, you've probably been doing both for a while, but here's the question I want to ask you today. Do you actually know how they're connected? Because here's something I see all the time with intermediate students. They treat scales and chords as two completely separate things, like two islands with no bridge between them. And as long as that bridge is missing, there's going to be a ceiling on how deeply you can understand what you're playing. And if you're new here, my name's Jonathan, and on this channel we provide practical tutorials to help you improve at the piano faster. And so today I'm going to build that bridge for you between scales and chords. Let's start with scales. When you play a C major scale, you're playing 8 notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And each of those notes has a number that we call a scale degree. C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, all the way up to 7 before we land back at 1. Now here's the missing link. Every chord is built by stacking specific scale degrees on top of each other, specifically every other note. So if I stack scale degrees 1, 3, and 5 together, I get the chord built on C, C major. If I move up and stack degrees 2, 4, and 6, starting with D on the bottom, I get D minor. If I move up again, I get E, G, B, that's another minor chord, E minor. And these chords, one built on each note of the major scale, form what we call the diatonic chord family. And this family explains something you might have noticed in your music without understanding it yet, and that's why certain chords always seem to go together in the same key. So in C major, the 7 diatonic chords are C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B diminished. We use Roman numerals for this, 1 through 7. And these are the chords that belong to the key of C. So any song in C major is going to draw from this pool of chords and harmonies. And this applies to every key. So for example, if we were in A major, my diatonic chords would be A major, B minor, C sharp minor, D major, E major, F sharp minor, G sharp diminished, and then of course we're back to the A major chord. Now here's why this matters for your playing. When you hear a song and can immediately recognize the chord movement, for example, this is a 1 going to a 4, going to a 2, 5, back to 1, that just speeds everything up. You learn songs faster, you start anticipating chord changes, and you can even start playing by ear because you know which chords are in play. And so this is what musicians mean when they talk about understanding harmony. It's not about memorizing chord names or getting a chord book like a dictionary. It's about knowing which notes live in which key and then stacking them in a way that makes sense. So if I wanted to do a similar chord progression in A major, I know that'll be 1 chord, 4, 2, 5, back to 1. Now that you understand the connection, the next logical step is asking, why do scales matter in the first place, beyond building chords? What are you actually developing when you practice them? I answer that in detail in this video right here. I'll see you there.